again, everybody, with Steve Stone, Harry Carey. We're back at Wrigley Field. Here are the lineups for today's game. For the Padres, Alan Wiggins at second, Tony Gwynn in right, Bobby Brown in left, Steve Garvey at first, Terry Kennedy at second, Kevin McReynolds in center, Greg Nettles at third, Gary Templeton, the shortstop, and Andy Hawkins, who's won 3, lost none, will be the pitcher. For the Cubs, Bobby Dernier in center, Ryan Sandberg at second, Gary Matthews in left, Leon Durham at first, Ron Say at third, Mel Hall in right, Jody Davis, the catcher, Larry Boa, the shortstop, and Scott Sanderson, who's won 3 and lost 1, will be the pitcher. The umpires are Joe West behind the plate, Doug Harvey at first base, Frank Pulley at second base, and Jerry Crawford at third base. You know, we never did get a chance to finish, but I thought it would be interesting to you, as it is always to us, to appreciate the scope of the Chicago Cubs telecasts, which go all over the country. And we didn't even get around to some of the foreign countries like Belize, like Mexico, like various places in Canada. And so it truly is a marvelous thing that people all over the country, especially for a team that plays all of its home games in the daytime, something nobody else does, so much of the nation is able to watch the Cubs in the afternoon, with the Cubs game being the only game in the country being played in the sunshine. Well, Scott Sanderson, Steve, is our stopper. And with this being the first game of a big series against one of the power teams of the other division, it'll be interesting to see how he fares on a cool but bright day in Chicago.
The last time out in Pittsburgh, Harry, he stopped a losing streak, and he has that task ahead of him here today. We lost 2 ball games to the Mets, and now Sanderson takes over. He's got some unique problems with this San Diego club because they've got some power now. Steve Garvey is starting to swing the bat again, and Kevin McReynolds, 6 home runs and 21 RBIs. Not to mention tremendous speed at the top of the lineup. One of the great base-stealing threats in the major leagues, Alan Wiggins, Tony Gwynn, who's hitting everything, hitting second. And so they've got some power, they've got a lot of speed, and they're a fine offensive ball club. And they're a team that figures to contend along with Los Angeles for that Western Division crown all year. It looks to me like unless Atlanta gets something going, it could be a 2-team race. And these guys are going to be right there in September.
Here we go. And here's Alan Wiggins, 2 out of 13 in that first 3-game series that the Cubs played the Padres. Padres winning the first 2 games, and then the Cubs winning the second game, the last game in 10 innings. Alan Wiggins, speed demon, a good guy to keep off the base if you want to beat these fellas. First pitch of the ball game. It's in there, a beauty, a strike call.